Alright guys, Fear the Reaper 293 back with you today. I told you guys you would see another stream here. Okay, so we're not going to stream Call of Duty quite yet. We are going to get into one of my favorite games and one of my favorite horror movies from the 80s. I have probably seen whole, if not all of them, but most of the and today's game stream is Friday the 13th, the game. Now, Friday the 13th is strictly an online. Well, okay, it's not strictly online. You can play offline, but you're just gonna play as Jason with bots going around killing the campers. Alright, so we're going to go through the main menu here. Okay, so when you first enter the main menu, it's going to tell you, it's going to give you a bunch of options. You got quick play, which is going to find a quick match. You're going to enter, and the game is the pretty much basic of this game is to hide and not get killed by Jason, and if you find weapons, attack Jason and try to kill him and escape him, and then leave Camp Crystal Lake to win the game. You got your private match, which means if you want to play with a friend, you can go to private. You can go to a private lobby and play with your friends. Offline play is with the bots, like I was saying. You play as Jason with the bots. And you go around killing the campers. Let's get into how to play the game, guys, because especially for some of you newer guys that don't really know anything about this game. Okay, so you have Jason and you have your counselors. So here's it's telling you, as Jason, your goal is to hunt down and kill all of the counselors present on the map before they are able to evade your clutches. As a counselor, your goal is to survive by round, preparing and driving a car to an exit, calling the police and running to them as they arrive, or of course the option exits or try to defeat Jason by attacking him if you dare. Which going there through that for the Jason overview, you can also, as camp counselors, escape by boat and just escape Jason there. But the one thing about Jason is Jason can swim in the water, so you gotta pretty much drive out of there as fast as you can. Playing with Jason gives you access to multiple abilities and tools. Jason is able to morph around the map, and yes, Jason morphing around the map gets very, very annoying, and some people would say he's overpowered for this game, because you can be in a cabin and next thing you know he's just in the cabin with you, the person who is playing Jason. He has a sense, so Jason's sense is players that are moving around the map, he can sense their fear and noise. He could shift short distances to get a leg up on fleeing counselors. He's very good at stalking his victims by sneaking up on them and initiate a rage mode that enhances his powers. Jason will be able to morph from beginning as other abilities unlock each time. Each player has the ability to cool down that rewards careful planning. So, Jason's morph ability will quickly navigate the map after activating morph. Simply select on the map where you want to travel, will instantaneously arrive close to the selected spot. Note that the map displays location of various electrical boxes that can be destroyed as well. of any kind of vehicles on the map. So what that means is yes, this game has electrical boxes. So if you're playing as Jason, you can destroy electrical boxes so nobody can call for help, and you can just slaughter everybody in the match. Jason, since he focuses on detecting the counselor, the higher a counselor's fear, the more prominently they'll show up. Noise is also recognizable through large sound that rings will display in a sense mode. Jason is able to detect counselors in cabins but cannot pinpoint exactly where they are at the given time, meaning he can the bubble will pop up that he can hear voices. It's like a little two like red circles, but he cannot he can't physically see the person's shadow unless they are unless they're by a window. So if you're hiding in a closet, he cannot sense that you are in a building unless you move. Yeah. This is where we get annoyed with the shift and the morph. So Jason's shift can allow Jason to quickly cover short distances. Activating the shift ability will cause Jason to disappear from the view and allow him to accelerate in any course of direction. So from this picture here, when you hit the morph mode, he will literally turn into like it's like going, the best way to describe it's like going into hyperspeed with Jason, and you just appear. And you could be like in the middle of nowhere, and he will just show up like right behind you, and dead. Jason will give us, so there's a stalk on here. So stalk will give Jason a chance of sneaking up on expecting prey. Upon activation, Jason will be able to mute his proximity music, but his ability to hear counters will be intensified for a short duration. Then it's talking about rage for Jason with the ultimate ability. Upon automatic activation, Jason's abilities are heightened significantly, and he is able to burst through doors and some walls scattered throughout the camp. So this can also be really annoying if you're hiding, because all of a sudden you'll be in the cabin and pff, there's just a broken door. It gets really you'll see when I actually start playing the game what I mean. Okay, there's also a variety of kills equipped with each Jason, and each Jason that you play as has a unique cutscene. So you can also, more kills can be purchased with customization points for you acquiring by leveling up. These kills can only be performed after Jason has grabbed a counselor. So meaning he can grab them and take his hands and poke their eyes out, typical horror movie genre stuff. And this game is let me look it up quickly. This game, I believe, is rated M. I will also tell you guys how much it is if you guys are interested. Okay, yeah, I've had this game, guys, since maybe like a year or two ago when they released it for Halloween. They released it as a Halloween special for Halloween. This game has been up and down through the ringer, guys. It is a fun and fascinating game to play. Okay, so if you guys are really interested in this game, at GameStop it's currently $18.99. I don't recommend getting it on disc because it is all online. I recommend getting this on a PlayStation Store. can even look up the PlayStation Store Plus. If you guys also like this game, Dead by Daylight's another good fun one too. I will download that, and I will be doing gameplay on that. I'm just really working on trying to get some more content to this channel that is multiple different games instead of Call of Duty and Fortnite all the time. I'm even going to add some WWE 2K20 to the channel. I'm going to re-download it. It's not one of my favorite games, but I'll also be doing some of that and going with the flow on that. For the fans that are for the people who are fans of digitally downloading games. Okay. So. Okay. Even now, guys, like, if you guys wanted it to digitally download it, it's $20. Like, $20 is actually cheap for this game compared to when it first came out. Like, this game was like $40, I believe, when it first came out. So you have a multiple of different DLCs. You have Jason Part 2, which we all know is the crazy freak that wore the bag over his head in the barn. Jason Part 7 with the Alright, we're just gonna go in to see what we have here. Alright, so yeah, like I said, you get the Part 2 Jason, Part 7, Part 4, and then for like $1.99, like for like $1.99 prices, you get the Halloween Counselor Party Pack, the Emote Pack, and then the Spring Break of '84 Pack, which is just pretty much I will also be showing the I will have to look this up just so I can do it because I haven't played this in a while. I'll also be showing the virtual cabin mode they put in here. There's some really cool. There's also some really cool Easter eggs in here. You can actually hear Jason's mother, who when a camper gets too close to Jason's hut, she'll say, "Jason, this is Mom, you know what you have to do." Which Jason was also the one. His mom was also the one that got him to murder in the movies. And yes, the context kills. These are the fun part of the game. The context kills are when Jason can use his environment around him and locations will appear where they can be performed. So if you're, what that means is, guys, is if you're, to sum it up, if you're near a fireplace, you can literally shove a camper in the fireplace for what you see in the picture here, or you can take a shovel or a pike pole and pretty much throw it through someone's eye. Yeah. And okay, this guys, this is a lot of reading. I'm just kind of going over the basics so the new people know what to do. I know it's kind of a pain because I know you guys want to probably see the gameplay of the game. I am going to get to that. Jason also has the access to physical tools to increase his lethality. Throwing knives and homemade bear traps. Throwing knives can be useful to inflict damage on a counselor at range, while the bear trap can be carefully hidden to stop counselors in their tracks. Skilled Jason players will use traps in frequent traveled areas, while throwing knives can be used to hit counselors through windows, across obstacles. Throwing knives can be found in the map just out of reach of the counselors. So pretty much Jason is the only one that can use the throwing knives. The throwing knives, because the counselors have to find tools to survive. And yes, I'll explain that when I get into the gameplay. Jason can enter a combat stance to combat counselors more effectively. While in combat stance, both Jason and counselors will be able to more effectively lock on their attack and opponent, as well as oncoming block attacks for reduced damage. Entering combat stance offers more agility for counselors as well, giving them the opportunity to dodge oncoming attacks, which means therefore if you dodge the attack, you can pretty much run out of Jason's reach until he decides to morph in front of you. Jason can also destroy a variety of things to help him track. Scare and harm counselors. Radios can be broken to prevent counselors from creating distractions. Doors, walls can be broken quickly to approach and scare counselors. Electrical boxes can be broken to kill lights in sections of the camp to immediately frighten counselors. Windows can be destroyed to cause extra harm to the counselors attempting to escape. So that's what I was bringing up earlier about the electrical boxes in the map. Jason can cut the electrical boxes so you can turn the lights off, so it pretty much shuts the power lines off, and any access to having other players that are playing as the counselors to find a way to kill you and win the game and escape Jason's wrath, to put it. Okay, so there's multiple places to hide in here, guys. When you're in the cabin, you can hide under the beds and closets, pretty much anywhere you can find. But the other bad side of that is Jason can track counselors down, but they can be very sneaky when hiding around the map. Jason can find counselors under beds and closets, tents, outhouses, and more scattered around the map. While counselors are harder to track while hiding. Okay, so this is what I remembered from playing the game. If you're in a closet, and yes, I had this happen to me in this game, so I know better than anybody. If you are hiding and another counselor comes up to hide in the same room with you, if you are hiding in a closet, Jason can just pick you up out of the closet and pretty much just chuck you out a window, and that is the end of your day for the match. And then you got to find a whole nother lobby to get into, because once you're eliminated, you do not respawn. It's sort of similar to like playing what's the best way to describe this for you guys? It's sort of like playing the best way of playing with the elimination mode of Fortnite or Apex or any battle royale game. Once you're eliminated, you got to go to another lobby, or find another match. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the counselor overview. The counselor's goal is to survive. There's not actually much to say about the counselors. Your goal as the counselor is to survive. That could be accomplished in a variety of ways: repairing and driving the car off the map, calling the police and escaping towards them as they arrive, successfully hiding from Jason throughout the round, or even attempting to take him out once and for all. So the nice thing about that is Jason's mask can actually come off of him in this game. If someone shoots him in the face with a shotgun, you will see the mask break, and you will see Jason's true face, and that's with every Jason in this game. Even the Savvy Jason, which was made by the guy who helped create this game, and the movie. So yeah, you'll see this little mini map here on this diagram for a counselor. Yeah, yeah, counselors have a variety of tools at their disposal from the get-go, which means you pretty much have you can find anything to survive with right to start. Like, you don't have to search in here for this. You don't have to search in here for that. Each counselor will have a light that they can activate at any time. Yeah, there is a light that if you need to use it to find something, you can use it and then switch it off. Counselors also have access to a mini map, which is exactly what I was just saying, and the location of buildings and vehicles and notable locations. Yeah, so you'll see like the blue is the car logo The car logo on there is your car that you want to get the batteries and stuff for, so you can drive out of Crystal Lake and survive. Okay, yeah. So for a counselor, fear is the biggest issue. A counselor will have to deal with while playing fear is directed as a result of being pursued by Jason. Being isolated and being in the dark, discovering a dead body, mitigate and reduce the counselors should find lighted buildings, hide in various hiding spots, stick close to other counselors and reduce your noise as much as possible. The quicker you run and the faster you open doors, the more noise you create. So pretty much is what this is saying is the more you go in and out of doors and open, the more that the person who's playing as Jason is going to be able to find you, because you're going to be making a lot of noise, because the doors make a loud noise, and creeping in and out from under beds and stuff is very they will be noticeable. It is nice to stay with the other campers, because if you stay with one and you both hide in the same spot, it reduces a lot of noise, and it also kind of causes a distraction for Jason, because then he doesn't really know which one to go after first, unless he knows or can sense you when he sees you running in. It's very easy to escape Jason. Yeah, just like every game, the stamina bar is around the mini map, just like most games that are third person. It's around the mini map, and just like any game, like for example, like Call of Duty, stamina is recovered by crouching or remaining still at all times. So it so it's really easy to recover, especially when you're standing still. Okay. When you guys are repairing vehicles, the phone box and the electro box is crucial to reduce the fear and gaining means to escape. Each time you attempt to repair any item in a small mini game will start. The higher you repair the stat, the quicker you are at repairing. In the repair minigame, you must hit the display button that is prompt when it appears. Success means quicker repair. Failure will create noises that notifies Jason. So pretty much to sum that up into what that means from in-game point of view, it means the easier you are at creating or at repairing and quieter you are, it will not attract Jason. But the more noise, if you fail, it will, like for instance, if the box explodes, Jason will hear it and Jason will come for you. So the cars will require a battery and gas, which is usually a pain to find, because you can usually find them in the boat sheds. And yes, cars and boats. This is where I was getting at before when I was saying that. So one person might have the car keys, but in order for the car to run, you need to find the battery and the gas. Two other people have to find the battery and the gasoline. So after filling the car with gas and installing the battery, any player with the car keys can start the car. Once the car has been started, they may drive the car as they see fit to one of the camp exits. Keep in mind, Jason can stop you if you aren't paying attention. Boats can also be repaired with a gas propeller. Yes, that's what I was talking about, the boats earlier. So there's multiple different ways to win the game. The first one being kill Jason and defeat him. The second one be escaping by cars, and the third one be escaping by escaping by boat. But you gotta watch for Jason, because Jason can pull you into the water and you will be eliminated right then and there on the way out of the exit. Oh, and the other option is, when you fix the phones and after you dial the police, a countdown to all the players will be visible once the timer reaches 0. Counselors may run to the exit immediately, escape from Jason. Remember though, Jason can become aware of the police and will be able to kill you before you can escape. Meaning, therefore, if you're heading across the bridge and the car is right outside there, Jason can morph right behind you and just machete right to the head, which is wonderful because it makes a lot. It's a challenging game. Like, it makes you think. Okay, yes. This is one of my favorite characters to use in Friday the 13th because he is one of the Friday the 13th icons of the Friday the 13th series. We all know the Tommy Jarvis story about how Tommy, when he was a boy, killed Jason, and then Tommy lived with the whole PTSD of reliving the memory of Jason, and Tommy became a main character of that series multiple different times. Tommy Jarvis is the hunter and can use a CB radio in one of the cabins. Once he has been called, a random dead or escaped player will return to the camp as Tommy. They will be okay, so Tommy is the only one in this game that has the shotgun off the bat. It does massive damage. However, Tommy only gets one shot. So meaning once that character is specially used, he can be no more. Tommy's stats are far superior to the regular counselors, but he is not guaranteed to win. Meaning he's got really, really good stats, but he is very overpowered. He is very just because his stats are really good does not mean he is able to escape, just like the other counselors. So you got to watch your back even with Tommy Jarvis. Okay, so here's all your different. The counselors can find different weapons. You can use anywhere from sticks, axes, wrenches, machetes, pipes, pans, fire pokers, planks, a bat, and a wooden log, a pan, and a pot. This one here, to sum it up, is showing the numerous weapons around the map, each having a different amount of damage, stun chance, and durability. Keep in mind, Jason is an incredibly tough opponent, and even if he is down, he might not be out. Meaning, you can knock Jason down, but Jason can easily just get right back up and just go right after you again. Like I said, it's not an easy game. You got to know what you're doing with this game. I recently just downloaded this back to the system because of how much I enjoyed it, and I missed playing this game. So this part sums up, much like Jason in combat stance, counselors are able to equip weapons and get into a combat stance against Jason. They can attempt to dodge Jason's attacks, block, and receive less damage. Of course, attack Jason until their weapon breaks, meaning you can keep using the same weapon, and then once it snaps, you gotta run. Yes, these things. Okay, so around the map, around the game, there are multiple tapes and recordings that are pretty much like little tiny Easter eggs from the movie with different characters that were in the movie. There are also various tools that disposals, various distraction items, locations, and even sometimes in drawers you can find like a health kit to bring your health back up. These tools in various shapes and sizes can be useful to trap Jason for a short period of time. So it works both ways. So, such as the bear trap or distraction with him, Jason can also get stuck in a bear trap just like a counselor, or you can distract him with a radio to make copious amounts of noise. Other handheld items are available as well, such as a pocket knife to instantly get out of Jason's clutches. If grabbed, each counselor can equip 3 small items at a time, with 1 large item in hand. Some items only require activation with the push of a button. The bear trap can be picked up and set down. Be cautious, the trap will ensnare anyone who walks over it, meaning even if your buddy's walking with you and he hits the bear trap, he can get caught in it. I've gotten caught in it myself. It's kind of a pain, and then Jason just shows up. The radio serves as a noise-making distraction device that can confuse Jason into believing that there's a counselor inside the building, causing the entire building to light up when he activates his sense. Meaning, you can be in there by yourself, and if you feel that Jason is coming, you can turn on the radio and he will think that someone else is in there. Okay, so each door has a barricade. Each door has the ability to be locked and barricaded. Barricade doors will slow Jason down by forcing him to chop away at the door and increasing a number of hits. This can be useful to give you the chance to exit through another door or plan your next move. Keep in mind, Jason in rage mode can immediately burst through doors and ignoring any barricade. Meaning, if you take the time to barricade that door, even in rage mode, Jason can just break through the door. Yes, this is one of my favorite things to do in this game. So without even looking at this, I can tell you guys what it is. If you don't want to use a door, windows are a quick and easy way for a counselor to enter an exit building. It's jumping through in a hurry or going through broken glass. It will cause damage to a counselor, so be sure to open the window before vaulting over. Like I said, hiding spots. Cabin interiors all offer benefits to the player. However, it is much easier for Jason to spot you in general locations. Cabin doors can be barricaded to make it tougher for Jason to get inside, while windows can be opened to allow for a quicker means to escape. Counselors can hide in and around various beds, dressers, tents, and small areas to increase their chances of survival. What it means about the easier spots for Jason to find you, meaning if you hide under bed, you're more likely to be spotted under a bed than you are in a closet, because a bed, Jason can just look under and see you there. A closet, you actually have to open the doors to see it. All the counselors have... so, leveling up is a major part of this game. Each time you level up, you'll receive what you call CP points. Every game you play in this will award you points, which will allow you to help level up your counselor and unlock various perks for each one of your counselors. You can hold up to a multiple of 3 perks, and it don't matter what it is. So each time you play this game, you receive CP points, which are customization points. And if you guys need a better understanding of this, it is up on the stream itself, so you guys can look at them and read them over yourself. For the beginner people and the people that already know how to play this, know how to play it. Alright, so we're getting into a... So like I said, as Jason, you are presented with challenges to overcome with more unlocked... Hey, what's up? You're gonna have to bear with me for like 5 minutes here. Alright. But that doesn't mean you have to not... that doesn't mean you can't talk to me. Sorry about that, guys. Wannabe Prestige just came in the chat with me. Anyways, I was saying, in Friday the 13th, the game, you have general gameplay challenges. As Jason, you are presented with challenges to overcome with more unlocked as you complete them. After choosing the challenge, select Jason to play and watch the cinematic clues on how to complete the objectives that are unique for each mission. Jason will start with all of his abilities unlocked, as well as each of his strengths and weaknesses. Choose your Jason wisely for each challenge. So when you play as Jason, you're rewarded with skulls, and winning any 2 will unlock the next challenge. Killing all of the counselors in each challenge will reward you the no survivor skull. Completing the challenge without being seen seen rewards you with undetected skull. Finally, completing objectives and performing Jason-like actions awards the score skull. Collect as many skulls as possible through the challenge to win. So meaning you get the no survivor skull for killing anybody in the game. That's automatic customization points, and that, yes, customization points go towards customizing Jason's abilities too, not just the counselors, and making Jason even more powerful. Each challenge has a number of computer-controlled counselors that are located around the map, doing various actions. If Jason stays quiet, counselors will be unaware of his presence and can be stalked and kill them discreetly. However, if a counselor sees or hears him, they will become terrified and either fight back or run away. It is Jason's job to hunt down and kill all of the counselors that still draw breath. You also get stalker points for sneaking up on people while they're okay, yeah, you can sneak up on the counselors without being detected. While watching the counselors, you can learn details about where they are going and how best to plan your killing spree. Meaning, if someone's working on a car and you're standing next to a tree in the shadows, you can stand there and watch the counselor um, try to put the car battery in with the other one with the gasoline, and you can follow them and track them down and kill them. So in the game, you will have a list of quests. So it'll come up with like challenge broken down. There are several objectives in each map that you complete to get a skull. The next challenge to unlock the next challenge. While you can complete the objectives in a single run, some challenges has 5 normal objectives and one hidden one that you must be unlocked. Observing counselors and their environment, pay close attention to your surroundings, and complete all of them. Oh, okay, so for the special cinematic kills, throughout the map, Jason can perform cinematic kills. These special kills are exclusive to the single-player challenges and can show Jason dispatching counselors in extraordinary, brutal ways. In order to execute these kills, you will need to exercise to observe, be patient, and exercise health. The objectives to each challenge may provide you with hints to where and how these special kills may be performed. So, I mean, if you're by the fireplace, it's going to light up, it's kind of going to blink and going to show you, hey, you can put a counselor here, and then it's going to go to a really brutal cutscene of him doing something horrible to somebody. Alright, guys, that was the very, very long intro of all the things to Friday the 13th, the game. We went through Jason. We went through the whole how to play with Jason counselors and the challenges that how it works. So this is really cool. So you can customize, so we're going through customization right now. You can customize your counselor, you know, what you want them to wear. You can customize Jason. Okay, so Jason Part 2 does not have to be bought from the store. He can actually be rewarded at level 13 when you level up to level 13. This is just if you want to play like Jason, you can click to prefer Jason. No preference on, you can just randomize it, or counselor. That's just okay, so on the offline play, you get the offline bots, which is, like I said, you can just run around and pretty much kill the bots. If you want to practice playing as Jason, you have... So this is what I was talking about, your challenges. So like, the first objective would be hoodwinked. Smash Adam's head with the hood of a car. Gotta go. End Bugsy's life while he's literally peeing in the woods, which is horrible. Those things will kill you. Grab and kill Bugsy on a smoke break, but I just fixed it. Smashes the car and tries to escape. Helpful mechanic: get all 3 skulls as part 5 Jason, and then you have your hidden objectives. What am I? Okay, so I'm level 5, so it kept... And then Virtual Cabin's really cool. It'll just kind of like show you some cool things to do with Jason. Yeah, some of the... And like I said, we're just gonna go into this for fun. Yes, Jason. So like I said, you can... you can pretty much just choose where you want to go, and we're gonna exit that lobby so you guys can. That was the private match. You can go to Crystal Lake. You can, you know, wherever you wanna, and then this will show you your. Okay, so you'll get badges for each thing you for the counselors you will get, and you also get badges for so once you get 13 door breaks, you get the big bad wolf for breaking down a door, then demolition derby for stopping a car, flawless victory for killing all the counselors, and that's one time. Yes, so stop the car, hide and seek, destroy, kill a counselor that's hiding, and then, like I said, Jason can swim, so you can pretty much kill somebody from the water, and then you can flip a boat and knock counselors out of it, and like I said, these tapes are really, really hard to find. Pamela Voorhees tapes are actually very, very hard to find around the map. They just kind of spawn in random locations, like, and so are the Tommy tapes. This is just settings. Yes. Okay, so this is the one thing I wanted to bring up. It'll take you guys a minute to,
Hey, not my vote. Well, I mean, we all had to kind of come to a group decision. You haven't played DayZ in over a week, pretty much, so you are no longer a part of the group. Sorry.
Who made that decision?
It's kind of a group decision. You don't get on, man. You haven't done anything for the base. I mean, it's, you know, if I had it my way, you'd still be able to be in the group, but
who made that decision? Dark?
No, I'm not going to say who made the decision, but the group is like 8 or 9 people strong now, and you haven't been on and played with us at all, or contributed anything to the base, so I can understand what they are saying. You know, I mean, if I had it, like I said, if it was my decision, you'd still be in the group. But
well, you can officially tell them that I'll never play DayZ again, because that's ridiculous.
I mean, it's understandable.
I haven't been on all week because I've been working. I worked all week, and I told them I wasn't even going to be able to be on because I had to work. Like I told them earlier in the week.
I mean, honestly, man, there's always next wipe. It's just this wipe we can't have any more people. And I mean, you haven't done, like, we have a big ass base now, dude.
Well, then talk.
We have a system and everything.
Well, then Dark is going to get a nasty message from me because.
Don't send them nasty messages, man.
Because that's ridiculous.
Do you still want to be in the group?
Yeah, I do. I'm just doing other things right now. Like, I haven't been on because I've been tired all week. That's literally why I haven't been on at all.
I mean,
all right. Well, I'm gonna get back to doing what I'm doing here because I'm in the middle of doing a stream. So I'm just gonna continue with that, and then when I get a chance, I'll talk to you.
Oh, alrighty.
All right.
Well, I'll talk to you later, man.
Yep.
See you, Cody. Sorry.
Alrighty, guys. So back to where I was. This is your control scheme on how everything used. It's pretty much the same way that everything works. That was other business for another day. I don't know why everybody waits till I'm doing a stream to interfere in my stuff. But this is just showing you how to, you know, attack. It's pretty much the same thing, but this is for anybody who really wants to learn the controls and look over that. That's what that's for. So with that being said, we're going to hop into a quick game of Friday the 13th, so everybody can see what the gameplay is like. Whether you're new or you've played the game plenty of times and you just want to see a refresher on Friday the 13th. We are going to play a quick game of Friday the 13th. We are logging into the quick play menu as we speak. What is... Alright. Okay, yeah, so you get part 3, Jason. Part 4 with the axe through the head, and then you get the part 5, which was the very, Alright, guys, give me 1 second here. I gotta go accept this friend request. And, so at this point, it's not letting us... It's not gonna let you pick the map, but as you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in a lobby. And that includes the one person that is Jason. And it is a going to be a very, very fun experience. I'm going to do one stream. I'm going to do one match and streaming Friday the 13th, and then I'm going to hop on another game, and I will come back to more Friday the 13th streaming a little later. But this is what happens when it finally loads. It'll show you that you are ready to go, and the question is where you're going to spawn in randomly, and you're also going to see when you enter the game that hopefully they'll actually show it, which would actually make me very happy when they do. Like I said, each Jason's got its own cutscene, so alright, so now everybody's in. So now the question is, I'm guessing Foxley is going to be the... I'm guessing Foxley is probably Jason. Okay, so here's what I was talking about, Higgins Haven 1994. Like I said, each Jason's got its own. Each Jason has his own cutscene, and up Okay then. This ought to be fun.
So young. So pretty. Kill them all, Jason.
Okay, like I said, I'm actually surprised I got this spawn, because I never, ever... Okay, so this is a little bit weird for me because I don't usually get the opportunity on the online mode to play as Jason. So this is actually interesting for me to do this stream as Jason because this is the first time I've actually gotten to play as Jason. And as you can see, it said that, you know, when you were playing as Jason, he had his senses. This is what I was talking about. The white little circles are the cabins. So right now, as you can see, there's currently someone in this cabinet. If I can hurry up quickly, I might be able to get a kill. So at the point when I was talking about, the shift mode with Jason, that means Jason can morph into like a hyper speed orb type. Alright. So anytime a white dot pops up, that means there's a counselor close and you can pretty much smell their fear and their cabins. Okay, so we're gonna definitely try to play this slowly. Okay.
Jason, my boy, do you know what your gift is? No matter what they do to you, you cannot die. You can never die. They want to hurt you, Jason.
Oh!
Don't let them.
That's awesome. So, that's what I was talking about, guys.
Some more. Take you from me, Jason. Don't let them. That's my boy. Hunt them down.
Alright, so as you guys can see, that's what Jason looks like with no mask on. And we just got one kill for a counselor, so that was actually a really okay, so as you can see, guys, this is actually a very easy game to play. It does not, I mean, yes, it requires you to be, it does require some smart abilities to be able to do alright, so like you can see clearly in front of me that I am stalking a counselor right now, and once that goes away, they should be right up here. And bye-bye, counselor number 2.
That's my Jason. That's my special boy.
So, that's a quick, easy way to get a kill. So, anytime you are... We already have 2 people gone in this game series already. We already have 2 people gone in this match. There's a guy there's a guy or a girl counselor up ahead in the hill here. We're just gonna, alright guys, we're just gonna stalk them out because they're not gonna expect us to be coming. And yes, like...
Hello? Oh God, help us! Jason's real! Please help us! Help! Help! Please, someone! Help! Why won't you fucking die?
Do you know what your gift is? No matter what they do to you, you cannot die. You can never die.
Alright, so apparently we got a player who doesn't really know how to play this game.
Please, no!
Oh my god. Alright guys, this player is gonna drive me absolutely nuts. And like I said, there's the brutal kill.
Don't stop, Jason. They deserve to die. Make them suffer like we did.
Alright. We currently have 3 players out of the game right now. Now, all right. So there's currently two campers left, counselors left apparently, and I didn't know that. So
Jason. Find them. Kill them.
Eat it.
That's my boy. Hunt them down.
All right.
And make them
Cody, you
pay.
still there with me? Alright. Dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm trying to do one stream, and I have literally one counselor left. So, like, all I'm trying to do is kill all the counselors so I can get an award. And this is, like, dude, like, for me to actually play this game and actually, like, win a game of this, it's, like, especially doing it on a live stream, because usually I wouldn't... Yeah, dude, I've... Okay. That wasn't bad. I killed, apparently... Yes. Alright. I got one badge in the process of that. Yeah, I don't want to play another game mode of it, though. Alright, guys. So... there is the gameplay of Friday the 13th. I was so glad that I actually got to play as Jason for that stream. That was just kind of a coincidence, me streaming Friday the 13th and me actually getting to play as Jason through the game. That is the gameplay of what you do when you are Jason. Usually when I play it, I'm a camp counselor. This game, I was Jason. So, with that being said, guys, I am Fear the Reaper 293 coming at, and this has been the Friday the 3rd stream. Catch me in the next stream. I'll see you later. Peace.